Good afternoon everyone. Thank you for clicking my very first video. In this channel I'm going to cover interesting thematic Warframe synergy. From builds, weapons, arcanes, and even a topic that some people consider it taboo, a ribbon. But before we start, I have to clarify something. By all means, I'm not an expert like many other wonderful Warframe content creator. I'm just a full-time salaryman, enjoying Warframe with friends after a long tiring day. So please, if you find the build that I cover, already mentioned by many other experts, treat it as a new point of view of the build. Now the ground rule established, let's have fun. Have you ever feel so tired before? Having a tough day like your boss mad at you at work. And when you got home your wife is also mad at you. Yes, the first build I present you is for those exhausting situation, when you just want to log into Warframe to chill, play some dailies, sortie, or simply to play to grind reputations. You can easily use this loadout to do almost all content with ease while having a small talk with your significant other without too concentrated to the game itself. To put it simply, this loadout is what I call the auto mode. The auto mode is not entirely auto like auto from mobile games. The auto mode is a certain combination of Warframe, helmet subsume, and weapons that can literally almost carry you in most missions. First thing first, let's go with the Warframe itself. You guess it right, it's a Wukong build. A Wukong Prime build to be precise. Nothing could compare to Wukong's celestial twin auto mechanism. It aim better than you, move better than you, it literally blinks, and you can simply resummon it when it dies, which kinda rare. For the build, I go with hybrid duration and range, with rolling guard and celestial stomp as safety net. But before we go further to modding section, let's talk about Wukong survivability. Old Wukong is no longer here, the Permatify no die monkey is already long gone. New Wukong need more active in term of survivability. Wukong have at least 3 survivability tools. First one is his passive, which make him have 3 lives. Second one is his Cloud Walker skill. And last one is Defy, his thread skill. Now we understand how it work, let's continue with the modding and arcanes. In Aura, I use Combat Discipline to combine with Arcane Avenger, this will add a flat 45% critical chance. I run hybrid duration and range build, which result in 4 seconds Cloud Walker, and 4 seconds Defy. Combine it with rolling guard iframe, you will have total 11 seconds iframe loop. When things go rough, press and hold 1, to AoE stomp with Celestial Stomp Augment mod. In Arcanes, I use both Arcane Avenger to give flat 45% critical chance and Arcane Energize for energy regeneration. Why Arcane Avenger? Because by using Combat Discipline mod, every time your clone kill enemy, you will lost a tiny amount of health, which then trigger Arcane Avenger, thus give you almost permanent 45% flat critical chance. Arcane Energize is kind of mandatory since you don't put any Rage or Hunter Adrenaline build. Now let's move to the secret recipe. Helminth, oh Helminth. What should we subsume to make this loadout more brain dead than it already is? Of course, the AI Shutter, Octavia's Resonator. This skill alone will make most mission in Warframe feels like a simulacrum. And with this mod setup, you will have it up for 40 seconds with each cast and almost 50 meters charm radius. Now let's go to the weapons. In primary, I go with my beloved Phantasma. Why no crit weapon? Because Phantasma can bring heat inherent damage to max level content. To put it simply, I go with 100% status chance build to ramp heat as much as possible to scale the damage. Heat, unlike Slash, not bypassing armor. It reduce 50% armor when the enemy in the middle of burned animation though. The scary part of heat, is actually the damage that keep refreshed each time it applied. Thus make heat one of the most scariest damage type in Warframe. And with this weapon, you can easily stack hundreds of heat in a couple of seconds. In modding Phantasma, galvanized mods, Savvy, Hell, and Acceleration benefit Phantasma perfectly. Galvanized Hell increase the already insane multi-shot of Phantasma. Galvanized Savvy increase the damage infected by status, which Phantasma based of. And Galvanized Acceleration patch the only weakness of Phantasma, beam range. Using all three of them will enhance your Phantasma to the absurd level. Ribbon in Phantasma is good, but not mandatory. You can replace my ribbon with Blaze and all is good. But in case you want to perfect a Phantasma, look for elemental damage, multi-shot, and status chance. Now primary weapon explained. Let's talk about melee weapon. As melee weapon I prefer to run with long-range melee weapon, such Redeemer Prime, Strafa, or in my case, Glaive Prime. Glaive Prime is the meta of the melee weapon right now. Not without a good reason though. The Glaive Prime Force/Proc can kill almost all enemy in Warframe. Is ribbon needed? Not necessarily. But if you want to min-max, of course you will need a ribbon, a good one. But even without ribbon, Glaive Prime can easily go to red crits with the combination of Combat Discipline and Arcane Avenger. Let's go to the modding. To be honest with you, I failed to bring variety in this weapon because this weapon main attraction is that good. Both sacrificial mod to increase damage and crit chance. Volatile Quick Return will give you small explosion with 50% of your heavy explosion attack, and this mod will also be used as your Q to explode the heavy attack. When you're doing the charge throw, the glaive will hit and trigger explosion from Volatile Quick Return. At that precise moment, detonate it using your middle mouse or any button you assign as heavy attack to explode it even further. The rest is the usual. Gladiator might increase your crit damage and crit chance from initial combo point. Killing Blow and Amalgam Organ Shatter increase the wind up of heavy attack. And last slot you can either use Primed Fever Strike, or Condition Overload. Pick your poison. About ribbon, you can replace my ribbon with Corrupt Charge to give initial combo counter to throw a heavy attack. If you wanted to invest more to this insanity, look for ribbon with crit chance, initial combo, and cold elemental. Thus will free the Corrupt Charge slot and make viral from the combination with Primed Fever Strike. This viral combination will enhance your already crazy/proc. Last one, secondary weapon. In case of secondary weapon, I choose weapon that can clear room fast. Kavanuker? Tenet Cycron? Beam weapon is not as fast as explosive. So my choice is either Spore Laser Kit Gun, or Icarius. Let's talk the purpose of this weapons first. We have a Scalding status beam monster Phantasma in our primary, which can also act as primer if the target is not dead yet from the massive heat damage. Then we have Glaive Prime, a red crit explosive weapon that can literally kill any high-level enemy. What do we need to complete this loadout then? My answer is, Room Clearer. The fast one. To be exact, something that can explode things quickly. Unlike Glaive Prime charging heavy attack, we need something fast, wide area of explosion. No need to hit as hard as red massive explosion or stacking damage. We need something that can clear things up before we unleash those monstrosity. Spore Laser Kit Gun or Icarius, take your pick. Spore Laser Kit Gun is crit based, and Icarius is status based. In term of raw damage, Icarius take the lead, but Spore Laser is crit based, which benefit from critical damage mods which Icarius not. I will show both my Icarius and Spore Laser Kit Gun setup briefly because modding these weapon is nothing special in my opinion. Icarius' main challenge is somehow its reload speed. You need to use primed quick draw or keep sprinting when you reload to properly perform. As Spore Laser Kit Gun, the one people said as one of the best secondary in game, can be built better with unique setup because its innate toxin damage. But if it's me, I won't advise you to use single elemental damage mod when modding Spore Laser Kit Gun. Single elemental damage mod, even if its primed heated charge, will somehow felt lackluster in damage section. With this, secondary mod setting complete are the auto mode loadout. If I can give you the last advice about the auto mode is, this loadout will decay your excitement of the game. You will somehow getting bored if you using this loadout in excessive time. Warframe is mad fun, action-packed, fast-paced. But if you have a very tough day, there's nothing wrong to sit back, relax, and let the auto mode carry you. Thank you for watching until this point. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Oh, before I forget, let me ask you something. If you have a rough time IRL, what loadout you run for missions in Warframe? Please tell me in the comment section. Thus conclude our very first video. Class dismissed.